think the G20 has rightfully vested the IMF as an institution that doesn't have to be reinvented from scratch. And frankly, the IMF is a much better place than it used to be. I mean, we see that it still stokes fairly significant passions.
I don't want to go back to you.
Since I left, it's become a much better institution. Long ago, actually. It's become much more open and transparent, and I think the flexibility with which it's developed new lines of lending, I think, are definitely to be commended. And we do have a more open process where the managing director and senior officials are willing to come out and engage. So there is much progress there. But again, it's the context that the IMF operates in that concerns me, because there are issues about the IMF's effectiveness that are not in the hands of the staff or the management. It is about how the fund becomes more legitimate and relevant to the countries that really matter. And this is not like countries don't matter, but there are certain issues that ultimately a smaller group of countries has to be relevant for in terms of global macro and financial stability. And if you think about how the crisis right now is moving to the shores of the poorer countries and affecting them, although they are seen as essentially the innocents who are getting swept up in the midst of this crisis, it was a core group of countries, again, an expanded core that has affected this. And I think that's where the IMF's relevance should really be focused. And so issues like quota reform are mostly relevant for that particular group of countries. And yet the IMF, by being a multilateral institution where everybody has a voice, although a proportionate voice, I think can be the institution that fosters stability on these dimensions.